My name's Forensic, Eric JT Forensic, and I'm here to teach you how to draft. Today we're going to be doing a part for the anti-vibration mount. This part is called the yoke. We're going to be drawing it orthographically and also isometrically. The orthographic is pretty straightforward, not too crazy, but I'll walk you through that process. It's a little tougher to draw this isometrically, but I'm going to walk you through both of those and hopefully make it as painless as possible, okay? So let me start out by drawing it orthographically. I'll start with the front view. Go to layer 0, which is just a white color. These are 2 7/8 away from each other. The thickness of the metal is 5/16. Put some tops on there. The depth of it, okay, so 25, actually 2 1/4, so 1 1/8. Then another 1 7/16. And another 5/16. And some of you might be scratching your head already. I'll show you where those came from when we draw the side view. There's a radius in this corner of 1/2 inch. I'm going to use the fillet command. And then the inside corner, I can really just offset it. But for you drafting by hand, I'll give you that radius. That's a radius of 3/16. I'm going to start to, I have pretty much the front done except for the openings, but let me start to project over for the side views. Start to project some lines there. The whole length of it, that's what we're going to need. So how far is that? That's 7/8. Then 1 1/2 between the circles. And then 5/8 to the back. And then 2 1/4. Now, if you were looking at just the right side view, you might say, where was he getting all those numbers? I was actually looking at the top view for a lot of those numbers. And then this line we can bring across. And that should be 1 7/16 from here. There it is. And what I could draw is an arc right through there. And put that on layer 0. Draw that down, draw this down, fill in this part, bring this across, and in the middle, 25-30 seconds diameter hole. Let's start to put the 45-degree line so we can orthographically project. extend all these points up to it. And then project them off to the left. And I can project these up. Clean it up a little bit. There we go. Go to layer 0. Let's draw it with the black. And that's there. To there. The middle point, we need that. Those are the centers for these circles. They have a diameter of 13/16. And then the radius around the front is 7/8. And that, if I did it correctly, from here to here should match up to the 7/8. And you see how it matched up. So it looks like a circle here, but it's a flat line on the side. So now that I have that, I can go from the quadrant up, trim this for now. Let me turn off these pink lines for a second. And I could trim this up right there, trim that up, bring these lines through. There's little curves up over here, 1/4 inch. So now I could bring these sides down here, which will be solid lines. And these will be hidden lines off the sides of the circle right there. Let me change my line type scale. There you go. And then I can project these holes over this way. Make these hidden lines. From there. Put center lines. They're really tiny. There you go. Okay. Bring that there. Bring that right there. Let me bring back my 45-degree line so that I can get these circles. So this one to here, this one, and that one. So they all hit the 45-degree line. And then drop down. At this point, I might just be able to copy this stuff right to there, right to there. There is a hidden line There's a hidden line coming through here. Match properties. Those circles. Throw the dimensions on there. This is 2 1/4. 5/16 right here. 1 7/16 to the middle. Erase that one. Diameter. It's 25, 30 seconds, but I'll write the full note. Drill, which means diameter. 2 holes. Also, this symbol means diameter. The circle with a cross through it. This side's a radius. Line dimension, continue, continue. Maybe move this one so it matches nice. Maybe move this one too. That looks nice. All right, we have everything up here. This is just a good double check. Five eighths to 1 1/2. The radius. And then the diameter. 13/16, drill 2 holes. Just need the side. So again, let me bring back my projection lines. Need the circles coming through, so this can come up for a little bit, and then this can come up for a little bit. Then I can use my extend command. Go up that way. Bring these across to there and to there. And copy these hidden lines. Drop them right there and over to here. And we might be done with that part. The radius in this corner. All right, so that wasn't too bad. So when we're starting to do isometric, it's good practice to already have this orthographic 100% complete. Because if you've been my student in class or ever, you're going to know that I like the orthographic to be done so that we can start the isometric. Because what do I like to do? I want to create a box that this whole thing can fit with inside. Now, another thing is that I want to make sure we're going in the correct direction. I want it to be drawn in this direction. Let me take off some of these lines. I want it to be drawn in that direction, not necessarily the direction that you see on the paper, if you have a piece of paper. All right. So what do we need? We need the overall length is this line down here. Five and a quarter. So I got a line 5 1/4 here. Rotate it 30 degrees. Oops. -30. That's all right. That's too much. That's good. Okay. And then the height is, overall height is from the top of the circle to here, which is 2 7/8. So let me go up right from here, 2 7/8. And then the last number we would need is the width. And the overall width is right here, 3 1/2. So this line right here is 3.5. You see it in the dialog box, 3.5, 3.5. So if I have that, what I could do is copy this here to here. Straight up, copy this one here. And then I just created an isometric rectangle that's going to be able to fit this whole object inside of it. And put that on a different layer. Just so it's a different color. That looks good. Okay, so the thickness of the metal is 5/16. So to start off with, we can walk along this box straight up 5/16. And then we can copy a line that way. 5/16. And then 2 1/4. Along this line. And then straight down. And again, the thickness is 5/16. There it is. Okay. What I could do is actually copy this over to this way, which was this line was 2 1/4 along right here, and then 5/16 over and 5/16 over. 5/16. So going along this axis, bring that in there. Bring this down, bring this down. I know everything is going to be rounded, but what's a good practice is to figure out the rectangular shape first. So the width across here is 1 3/4 for maybe call it a tongue or something. 1 3/4. So I put a line 1.75 and I put it right on the middle here. So you might not see it to your naked eye, but it's 1 3/4 line right there. So I could draw a line coming off of each end of it. Right there, right there. Gotta turn off this box for a second. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I don't want to have people confused. There we go. Copy this over this way. Drop this line down. Make that match up. Copy this line this way. Once you get a couple key measurements, things start to fall into place a little bit, and you'll enjoy the process, hopefully. Sure that comes through there. You do your homework, you get everything set up. When I say do homework, just take a minute, set everything up, double check it, and then you'll enjoy the process. You try to rush it, you're behind, it's due soon. Just no matter where you're at, take your time, get it done right. Haste makes waste. And there's the basic shape before we start to curve any corners. And how do I know it's the right size? Is because it fits inside this original box that we built. So as long as I'm inside the original box, we should work out okay. Now we're going to have to start to curve some of the corners. Now this goes back to when you took a cube and you cut the corners off. So what we need to know is how long this line is, which is 2 1/4. So we want to go down 2 1/4. And I'm going to color this the same color. It's all red. I don't know if that's popping up so good on there, but I made a plane 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Let me just isolate that for a second. So it's by itself. So there's the plane right there. Now, if you recall, we have a line that comes from here and hits the middle point right there. And we have a line that goes from here and hits the middle point. We have a line that goes from here and finds the middle point, and a line that goes from here and finds the middle point. So after we have that, we can draw an arc. We have our center point right here where the X is. Here's my starting point. So my lead goes there, and there's the end point. So using your compass, you would put your needle here, put your lead over here, and reach over to there. Swing the arc that way. For this up here, put your needle all the way down over on this spot, reach the lead over to this corner, and then over to that corner. And the same for the other side. Now, I didn't really need all those, but I just wanted to go through the process, how to draw the complete ellipse. If you have an ellipse template that's big enough, then you can use that, but normally you probably don't. So you have to go through that process. So after I have that, I can decide which pieces I am going to keep. I'm going to keep this one, this one. The bottom two I really don't even need. So I'll just erase them to make it a little bit easier for you to understand. Now here's a concept that I'm always trying to help my students understand. What are the 3 things that we used to make our arc? This arc right here. The middle, this point, and this point. And I'll circle them for you. Here's where the lead is. Here's where I started the arc. Here's where I ended the arc. So I want to take those 3 points and project them 5/16 going in this direction on the axis. So yes, it might be a little bit easier for me to demonstrate using AutoCAD, taking that point, and that point. So from all the purple spots that I drew the original arc from, this arc from, I'm going to create another one, 5/16 backwards. So same process. Center, start, end. Here's my center point. Here's my starting point. And there's my ending point. Simple as that. You didn't have to recreate the whole box again. You didn't have to put all the lines across. You just had to do that. So the next one is, how do I create this? Well, again, how did I get that? I have this needle right here, lead over here, and the other lead here. This one actually, it's already finished. So I just need these two, this one and this one. I need this point, and I need this point. So I'm going to copy the line that's 5/16 going in that direction, that 30-degree direction. I'm going to draw my arc. Here's my center point. Here's my start point, and there's my end point. Hope that was clear. Rewind it if it went too fast. Probably went too slow for some people, but that was, I want to try to make it clear. So once I have that, and if you do still have questions, even after you rewind it, you can always leave comments, and I'll try to make another video, maybe just demonstrating that, because this video feels like it's getting very long already, which is okay. Clean this up, erase all these circles. Now this is something I'm about to show you, how this one interacts with this. A lot of people will just clip this and kind of think they're done. But what's happening is that this looks like it's just flipping under, and you have like this bump happening right here. How do you finish that? You draw a line in this direction, and you just bump it. You just bring it right to the two tangent points. That's the basic thing that you do by hand. Do a little bit different with the computer. There it is. Let me turn off the frames so you can see. That's gone. This is gone. This is gone. That's what the completed look looks like. Now you can go through the whole process to do it back here again. So I'll do that just to show you fast. So how did we do that? 2 1/4. So I'm going to go down along this line right here. Go straight down 2 1/4. That way. Make this all red. Okay, I'm going to isolate it. Draw a line from here to the middle. 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 If you see the blue dot on the other end of the line, you know you did good. Those are called grips. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Center, start, center, oops. Center, start, end. So it's the same process. Take these 3 points back, but what I'm going to do is just show you. Basically, all you're doing is taking this arc and you're moving it from here to here along that line. Rewind the video if you want to see it the other way, but I figured maybe that will clarify it a little bit too. Because honestly, I've had a lot of students have a hard time grasping that concept. And then the straight line across there. I just wanted to find one that was long enough, and I'll just clean it up, erase it, erase this, erase this, erase this. We have those two. For the end here, same process, 1 3/4. Okay. This time, go from this point to the middle up here, this point to the middle up here, this point to the middle down here, and this point to the middle over there. Draw my arc from my center point here, and end, center, end to end, center, end to end, center, end to end. Now, again, I didn't need all those, but I figured I'd show you the full rotation, full ellipse. Erase this part. These two parts of the arc, we only need half of the arc. There it is now. And you can draw the whole box, or you can project the points down, but I'm going to do it fast and show you it goes from here straight down. See that? Started here, straight down to 5/16 to bring it down to the bottom one. Clean that up, clean this up, erase that, draw a line straight up from there to there. A lot of people forget this little line right here to make it look, give that finished look to it. Clean this up, clean this up. Okay. Now, there is a circle here, circles here. Most likely those templates that you have will help you. I will demonstrate that as well. But also there's a curve down here. So let's do that one. So we're going to curve off this corner. Now the curve that they have there is a 1/2 inch. So we have to double that. We have to make the box a 1 inch box. So starting from this corner, we can go up 1 inch. And then along this axis right here, that's a 1 inch line. 1 inch from here. And then just connect the two pieces at the top. I'll isolate that for a second. So here's the middle, over to here, middle over to here. I have another video just talking about this if this is confusing you to draw this box right here. So now that I have that, I could draw the arcs. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. center, start, end. Again, you didn't need all of them, but I just wanted to show you how it completes the ellipse. Which ones don't I need? I don't need this arc. And I don't need this arc. And I actually don't even need this arc. I just need the one arc. I just need this one down here. So out of the 4, you could have just completed that one. You would still have to draw the whole box, but you find the middle point, start, end right there. Make that black. And trim this here. Trim this over here. Move that line to the bottom. And we can copy that full thickness, which is 2 1/4. So what I'm gonna need, actually here's a 2 1/4 right here, right? So what I could do is copy this arc along this axis, 2 1/4, and now curve off the end over there. Same thing on this other side, right? Okay. Up 1. That should be on the blue layer. There you go. So it was a 1/2 inch radius, so we needed to make a 1 inch box. Start from the middle, go to this middle, middle to middle, middle to middle, middle to middle. And actually, I just need this arc over here. Center point, start point, end point. Clean that up. Okay, now I'm going to need these inside curves right here. Now, does anybody know how big we need that curve to be right in here? Because if we look at our drawings, we don't have it. They gave us the 1/2 inch, but they never told us what that is. Yeah, now that you drew it here, especially with AutoCAD, it's easy to measure. But it's actually 1/2 inch minus the 5/16 thickness of the metal, which gives us 3/16. 3/16 of an inch. So that being said, we have to make the box double. So what's double of 3/16? That's right, 3/8. 3/8 up that way. Three-eighths this way. I know you're not really seeing it. It's getting blocked. It's so little. There it is, and I'll isolate it. 3/8 box in that corner right there. Go from the middle to the middle, middle to the middle, middle to the middle, middle to the middle. And we just need this arc down here. Center, start, end. We just need that little arc right there. So make that black. Nice curve there. We have to get these. Let me get this one over here fast. Same process, up 3/8. This direction 3/8. Up 3/8. Middle to the middle. The more you do this, the less you have to think about it. You go in automatic pilot. And that's with anything. Practice makes perfect. It's an old saying, but true saying. It looks like craziness going on, but it's not too terrible. So this one, I need to make it from these points. Center, start, end. It's a lot of work just for that little curve, I understand. But that's what we got to do. You could use your compass, you could use your template, shorten up the length of time to do everything. That's fine if it works. Clean this up. And there might be a debate on if there's a line in here or not. Some people like to put this line at the beginning and end of the arc here and here. Kind of see the curves of the arc. And that being said, you can bring that arc all the way down here to complete this end right here, over at that end. And if you're using the computer, as far as when I'm saying the computer, if I'm going to do this using 3D AutoCAD, which, tell you the truth, would have been a lot quicker than drawing isometrically, but it probably would have put that there. But me personally, I don't think it belongs there. I know it might look a little bit odd, but it's a little bit of a preference. All right, we need these curves in here. Let's do those next. So this is actually going to be built out right here. The number is a 1/4 inch radius. If we look at our orthographic, 1/4 inch radius. So we actually have to build it out. Starting from this corner, it's a 1/4 inch, so we have to do a double, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch that way, 1/2 inch this way. Starting from that corner, we actually have to build it out so it's flying out over this way. The middle, to the middle, the middle to the middle. We could do the other one, but that's really all we need right there. So let's just show you. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. That's all I needed right there. Complete that. Then you can copy it down. Oh, it didn't touch that. Let me double check something. That's 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Start it right in the corner, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. I did go a little fast. I think I messed it up. From the middle, to the middle, from the middle, to the middle, center, start, end. That looks better. Okay. So the same theory I was showing you before, you don't have to redraw the whole box. Just take the curve, move it the distance you need and the direction you need. So there's that line right there, which is 5/16. So this curve is going to move straight down 5/16 to complete the bottom curve. Same process on the other side. It's a 1/4 inch. So we're going to make a 1/2 inch box. I'm just going to stay with the white this time. Black color. Not an inch, 1/2 inch. There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, this is why I like to do different colors so I can isolate it. Easier because it's snapping to a lot of different points. So from there to the middle, from there to the middle, there to the middle, there to the middle. So which ones do I need? Actually, so you can see it's building off of the object again. Center point, start point, end point. So it's just this little curve back here. That's all you needed. All that time for that, right? From this here. Which actually, let me keep that there for a second, because whatever I keep telling you is that you have to drop this down, the thickness of this metal, which is 5/16. So straight down is 5/16. But what happens with this one is that if I drop it down, it's totally covered over by the other piece, so you don't even see it. So for this situation, he's really the only one that doesn't have another arc next to him the same size. This one has this arc next to it. This one has this one. This one has this one. Even if they're trimmed off a little bit, but they all have matching. This one is the only one that doesn't have a friend. There it is, except for the holes in the middle. So to do those, I'm gonna go back to this original box right here. Then the hole is 25, 30 seconds. So I'm gonna isolate this red, oops, isolate the red piece. Actually take off these lines in the middle and actually get rid of this one 100%. And find the middle. So find the middle of this thing. And then the line is to 25, 30 seconds. So let me do that, 25, 30 seconds. I'm gonna pick this up right from the middle and put it to that middle. Yes, I'm doing it with AutoCAD. It's gonna be a little bit differently, but it's basically the same process. Once I had the middle, I can make something span that 25, 30 seconds line, and also along the top. Friend Al's going to help me. If you remember Al. Now I found, actually I just kind of broke it up into nine boxes, but now I just really wanted this box in the middle here. Which is 25, 30 seconds all around, 25, 30 seconds all around. Start from here, go to the middle. 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 Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Yes, I'm using AutoCAD, and people might be watching this. I'm using AutoCAD and going to say there was easier ways to do that. Using AutoCAD, there definitely is. I'm trying to demonstrate how you would do it if you're hand drafting. But also, that being said, if you are hand drafting, you could have used a template to complete that if you have the right size template. But I wanted to show you the 4-point method as well. So once I have that, if I copy this straight across, I'm going to use this to find reference points. Copy this circle from here across, and then I could trim out what I don't need to see, so you see thickness to it. Now I'm going to copy the original circle again. So using the same method I was talking about before, all I'm doing is trying to move my circle along this red axis, and how far I want to go from this X. Do you see that X right there, that green X? To this green X. Let me turn the ortho off so it doesn't go twisted. So I'm starting right here, and I'm moving it to there. I'll trim this red line so you see exactly where I started and where I ended to get it. And then the same thing for this. I just really have to move from here to here. It doesn't matter really where you reference it from. Honestly, I have a hard time explaining that to people. I've been trying for a long, long time. Hopefully that was a little bit clearer. Now I got to get the two circles up here. Need back some of my original stuff. So what I could do is recreate this original box. Okay. And how wide is that? That was this distance right here, 1 3/4. So offset 1.75. That was the original to make this original box up here. But just like I did up on this side, I have to find the middle. Let me isolate that so it doesn't get confusing. There's my original box. Find the middle. 13/16 holes again. So if I draw a line 13/16 and ask Al to help me move it into position right there. I can erase this to show you where it actually is now. And again, Al can help me on this side. And what I got to do is move this from here to here. There to there. And there's the box for my circles in the middle. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. Center, start, end. See it right in the middle, nice. I'm going to make a reference to show you how you can copy this down from here to there. Give it that look of thickness. And then we have to get the last dimension. It's 1.5 back. So honestly and truly, what we could do is just right along here, even if I made this 1.5 for a second. I'm actually teaching some good AutoCAD tricks. I know it might be a little advanced for you, but you can always go back and look at these. And there it is. So hopefully that was fun for you. This is part of multiple series of drawings. There will be 4 drawings in a series altogether. This is the yoke. We'll also have the body. We'll have the bushings. We'll have the hex nut, the cotter pin, and then the assembly drawing. So hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you didn't. Please hit like. Please leave in any comments if you'd like me to clarify anything. And thank you.